Tony Tukumbo Fernandez Show is all about promoting the true life and success stories of African and Caribbean achievers around the world. If there's a product or initiative you wish to share, feel free to give us a call. The number is 0788 280 9005.
Good to go.
A very warm welcome to all our listeners around the world. You're welcome to the Tony Tukumbo Fernandez Show, promoting the true life stories of people making a difference around the world. So if there's an initiative you wish to share, feel free to give us a call. The number is 0788 280 9005. That number once again is 0788 280 9005. And we have some amazing guests lined up this year on our Tony Tukumbo Fernandez Show. Also feel to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And today we're staying here in Bradford, City of Culture 2023 to promote the University of Bradford to the rest of the world. And today on today's show, we have Mr. URFAN FAQIR, who is a business and community engagement consultant for Careers and Employability at the University of Bradford. URFAN, wonderful to see you once again. How are you feeling today?
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I've just finally had something to eat. I've opened my fast, so I'm feeling good, yeah.
Okay, now we're going to be talking about Bradford today and the University of Bradford, and also the uniqueness of trying to promote the University of Bradford to the rest of the world. But before we go into that, can you just tell us a bit about yourself, your background, how and when you came to Bradford yourself, and what inspired you about Bradford?
So I've been working at the University of Bradford for 8.5 years. Originally, my background, I was in careers, but more kind of recruitment and selection. So I used to work for a small firm in Leeds, going back probably about 15 sort of years ago. I started off in headhunting for management consultancy firms. So that was my first ever job that I got after my previous career, which was the kind of the DJing and the music. And I kind of moved into recruitment because I had some skills which somebody said to me, you know, your skills could be useful because I can talk a lot. So I said, okay, let's try this. So I got my foot in the door, managed to work there for 3.5 years. I really enjoyed it, but I wanted to do something a little bit more kind of giving. So I wanted to give back to the community. So I thought, okay, what can I do with my skills? So I ended up in a careers company called C&K Careers in Huddersfield. And then I just worked my way from the bottom, kind of working through different roles whilst I was working there. Spent 4.5 years there, then ended up at University of Bradford in Career and Employability Services. Started off as a employability and placement advisor, then worked on the Graduate Workforce Bradford project, and now I'm business and community engagement lead.
Talking about you being you now as the business and community engagement lead for employability at University of Bradford, what does it entail, the whole role itself? What does it entail? And what has it taught you about yourself as well?
So I think coming from, I'm not an academic, so I don't come from an academic background, but I do come from a sales background. So I think what my career so far has taught me up to this point is that you need a degree at some point, because what happened was I didn't have a degree. So I got to the University of Bradford, and some of the roles that I needed to apply for, the minimum requirement was a degree. So you can't even get past the essential criteria if you don't have a degree. And it's the case with quite a few of the roles. But what I did have was skills in terms of like communication skills, sales, negotiation, project management, So I think two skills are really important, and this is what I tell all the students. As well as having your degree, you need to have some other skills. And two skills I think that are really important are communication skills. If you can communicate, you can sell your ideas, you can negotiate, and you can convince other people. And that's vital in kind of interview scenarios or when you're in a negotiation of any kind. You know, sales and communication skills. And the secondly one is motivation. So if you've got the two skills, I think you can do really well. And to top it off, if you can get the degree, and whilst I was here at the university, I did an MBA. So I graduated from an MBA in 2020. So in terms of what I've learned, I think that's something that I'm really keen on telling other students whilst they're here, is that these skills are really important, as well as having your degree.
Now we're here, 2023, second year running now, Bradford City of Culture 2025. But most importantly now, it's all about promoting University of Bradford to the rest of the world. What would you say makes the University of Bradford different from universities throughout the whole country?
I think we've got a really good opportunity now with the City of Culture and with all the young people that are keen to do well in Bradford at the moment. There is a good vibe. There's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of good things happening at the university. If I don't know if you recently noticed, we've got a new chancellor, Anita Rani. So things are happening, and obviously we're here to promote the university and everything that it has to offer. But we're also working within communities as well. So we're working with businesses and communities to help make a difference. So some of the work that I do, especially around the Graduate Workforce Bradford project, is um, is creating awareness around the different kind of opportunities that are available. So, for instance, we run so many different programs for our students and graduates, things like internships, placements, and opportunities to for SME businesses especially. So if an SME employer wants to take on one of our graduates as an intern, we provide some part funding towards that as well. We work with employers, similarly, like, we'll help them advertise their job opportunities, we'll find the potential candidates, and obviously we'll help them through the interview process. So a lot of the work that I do is all based around kind of employment skills, providing students to employers and kind of creating that connection between businesses and students. And so the second part to the role I do is working. So I've when I was working on the Graduate Workforce Bradford project, I worked in community centres, helping parents to understand, or helping young people to understand the variety of different opportunities that are out there. So typically, I come from a Pakistani background. My parents always told me to do either pharmacy, doctor, medicine, or engineering, or those kind of areas. They weren't aware of all the other opportunities that are available. So, for instance, now we have tech, fintech, data analytics, you know, physiotherapy, and all the other different. So, medicine, STEM, there's a vast array of different areas that you can move into, and it's kind of helping people to understand how to get there. So I remember my younger sister did pharmacy at University of Bradford because someone we know in our family did pharmacy. And it's like kind of breaking that mold and looking at other areas where you could potentially, work. So I'm the only person in my family that works in a university, or anyone that I know who kind of my family members that works in a university or has worked in an area that's not to do with medicine. Everyone else has either done some kind of medicine or, accounting course.
I mean, when you look back now, what would you say are the greatest achievements to come out of University of Bradford in recent years that you feel most proud of?
Um, I, I I can't really say because it's not we've got so many different aspects of the university. That the university is huge in terms of the things that we do. So, we're massive, we're huge in dementia studies. Uh, we're big in engineering. Polymer research. We're huge in polymer research. Most recently, we've moved into data analytics, and if you notice some of our courses, we have a number of students on our data analytics and fintech courses. So, we're also connected with different large organizations like Amazon, AWS services, um, and there's a lot of things happening at the uni. It's not just one thing that I could say, oh, we're huge in this one area. We're big in a number of key areas. For instance, you know we're like top 10 in certain areas. So, for instance, chemical engineering, we're a top 10 university. Physiotherapy, we're a top 10 university. There's and if I don't know if you've been to the university, we won the Times Business School of the Year. So there's a lot of things happening at the university, and we're big on a lot of things. One of the biggest things I think in the last sort of couple of years is we came top in terms of international student support. So our career service, we do support our international students a lot. We support in terms of workshops, um, placements, careers guidance. So there's a lot happening at the university, and yeah, I would say all universities have their different kind of rankings and stuff. But I'm gonna sell Bradford because I'm at University of Bradford. So to me, University of Bradford is the top.
Well, talking about selling University of Bradford, for the benefit of all our listeners listening in today who are thinking of enrolling into universities and they're still a bit undecided, why should they choose University of Bradford?
Um, we, in terms of employability, we're one of the top universities in Yorkshire for employability. Uh, 75% of our students go on into professional level roles, and majority of stay within sort of majority of students stay within West Yorkshire as well. So, and there's so many opportunities available now for students as well. We've got a really, extensive um, curriculum where employability support service that really helps students in terms of one-to-one workshops, one-to-one appointments. So we see a number of students on a weekly basis. We see a number of students on, one-to-one, helping with their CV, you know, how to apply for jobs, part-time jobs, full-time jobs, graduate level posts. And a lot of our international students and home students use that service as well to get a foot in terms of how the best way to apply for these opportunities. But also we do workshops as well. So a lot of our students attend workshops where employers come in and they're talking about their opportunities, what opportunities available within their organizations. So there's an opportunity for students to do one-to-one, kind of you can meet the employer. There's a career booster as well. We have a whole week of sessions where different employers come in to provide short opportunities to learn different skills. So, for instance, project management, negotiation, sales, management consulting. So we do. There's a lot of opportunities that are available at the University of Bradford, and the you know the service in terms of career and employability, the service is there for the students to use. It's up to them really take full advantage of what we have to offer. And in the last sort of couple of weeks, I would say, I've met so many interesting people because of and because of the work that I do and the opportunities that are available out there. I've been connecting a lot of students with employers, and that's something that I think, in terms of an employer services, that we're really good at.
Okay. Now, if people want to get in contact with you, either in the university to find out more about the services you provide, or people within Bradford itself or the West Yorkshire, how can they reach you?
Okay, so the career service itself is mainly for our students. So if you're enrolled on a course, then we have a system called Handshake. So all the students can just download the Handshake app, and it's quick and easy. You can get it on Play Store or Apple Store, and put in your username and password, and you can book an appointment. It's really quick, or you can book to attend one of our workshops. If students are if young people who are not at the university are interested in a course at the university, then what they need to do is make an inquiry via the website. So that's not an area that I work in. It's a different area of the university. But do attend one of our open days. I would suggest attending one of our open days, because that's an opportunity to meet different members of the university who work there. So we normally, the University of Bradford Careers and Employability Services will have a stand at the open day, and all the different faculties will have their stands as well. So you've got an opportunity to meet everybody. One thing I will say to young people or anybody who's interested in doing a course or is wanting to go to university is that make sure that you're really interested in the course that you want to do. Like, not because somebody's told you to do that course. Really do your research, and make sure that it's something that you're going to enjoy doing. Because if you say, for instance, pick a course because somebody told you and then you don't enjoy it, it's not. It's you got to remember, you're going to work once you finish uni. If you're a young person, you're probably going to work for the next 40 years. You don't want to be doing a job that you hate for the rest of your life, unless you've got other skills that you can move into another area. But really, make sure you're interested in the subject area that you pick.
Fantastic. And with regards to your open days for 2023, is there a calendar for that already, which is out?
Yeah, you'll find the calendar on our events page. It's on the University of Bradford website. I can't tell you off the top of my head when they are, but they happen often, and as over the next sort of 3 months, 4 months, when we're coming up to sort of enrollment, you'll find there's more opportunities available to visit the university. There are opportunities to have individual sessions. So if you can make an inquiry to come and visit the university, and we have ambassadors sometimes that help out. So you might be able to, like, if somebody is interested, they might be able to arrange a one-to-one session for you.
Okay, beautiful to have you here this evening, promoting University of Bradford to the rest of the world. On a very final note, what message do you have for all our listeners around the world today?
I don't really know what to say. There's I think when you come to university, it's not just about doing a degree. It's everything else that you can do here. So when you come here, take advantage of all the different facilities that are available. Join a society, take part in the student union. We have a very good Kickstart program, which is a leadership program and it's run by the Students' Union, run by students. Get to know people, get to know different types of people, mingle, improve your communication skills, take advantage of internships. Because what makes the difference is when it comes to reading a CV, someone with, say for instance, and two people, both with an accountancy degree, the CV, one person who has had experience of doing all those different things, and the other person who has just an accountancy degree, highly likely that the person with the accountancy degree and with the additional extracurricular activities will have more to discuss in an interview situation than someone with just an accountancy degree. So take advantage of all the facilities available.
Taking that into consideration, how important is it for the spirit of community engagement, especially amongst international students within university, not just for University of Bradford, but the whole Bradford experience?
So this is something that we're really keen on working on at the moment. So we're looking to engage employers who are interested in taking on international students. So we haven't set dates at the moment, but we will be hosting an event soon in the near future, calling Bradford employers to the University of Bradford and connecting them with our international students with job opportunities.
Fantastic.
One of the things employers in the UK don't know is that are maybe wary of is that they think they have to sponsor international students once they finish their course. That's not the case at the moment. Students can apply for a PSW visa, which means they're allowed to work in the UK for 2 years. So if any employers are out there that are listening at the moment, then I would say that you don't need to sponsor international students. They've got a 2-year working visa. They can work here for 2 years once they finish their degree.
That's very, very important information. Promoting University of Bradford to the rest of the world. Keep up the amazing, amazing work you're doing at the moment. Keep
Thank you very
shining
much.
away, and we'll catch up you very soon.
Thank you very much, Tony.
Thank you.